In this lecture, I would like to discuss about the very important adsorption isotherm, that is BET adsorption isotherm. BET means the three scientists Browner, Emmett and Taylor has given the equation, and that equation is known as the BET equation. So BET adsorption isotherm is based on multilayer formation on the surface of the adsorbent. Langmuir's adsorption isotherm explain the formation of unimolecular layer on the surface of the adsorbent at low pressures. Beyond that, the adsorption process cannot take place. But as we increase the pressure or decrease the temperature, the initial monolayer acts as a substrate for the formation of the multilayers, and the multilayers formation process is takes place there. So this concept of multilayer adsorption was explained by Brunner, Emmett and Edward Taylor, and they derived the equation, and that equation is known as BET equation. So first of all, let us see what are the assumptions and postulates of the BET adsorption isotherm. So first point, adsorption of gas molecules on solid adsorbent is multilayered. Okay, this is known to us. Adsorption of gas molecules on solid adsorbent, it is multilayer. Okay, it is multilayered formation process, many layer formation process rather than unilayer adsorption. Now the Langmuir's assumptions apply to each layer. Langmuir's assumptions are known to us. There are four or five assumptions are given. That is, rate of the adsorption is directly proportional to the uncovered surface area of the adsorbent. Rate of the adsorption is directly proportional to the pressure on the gaseous molecule. Rate of the desorption is related to the surface area covered by the gaseous molecule. There is a dynamic equilibrium where the rate of the adsorption becomes equal to the rate of the desorption. So these assumptions are applicable to each layer in this case. So there exists a dynamic equilibrium between the successive layers. What is that dynamic equilibrium? The rate of adsorption from the first layer is equal to the rate of condensation of the preceding layers. Rate of adsorption of the first layer, it is equal to the rate of condensation of the preceding layers. The heat of adsorption is applicable to only first layer. We can apply the heat of adsorption only for the first layer. Beyond that, we cannot apply this concept. After the first layer, heat of adsorption is equal to the latent heat of condensation of vapor. Okay, so these are the some important assumptions, postulates of the BET theory. So on the basis of these assumptions, BET has derived the equation, and that equation is given here. And that equation, it is P upon V into P0 minus V. It is equal to 1 upon Vm into C plus C minus 1 divided by Vm into C into P upon P0. So this equation, in this equation, where Vm is the volume of the gas required to cover the unit mass of the adsorbent. You can see here. Suppose that this is the surface of the adsorbent. So Vm is the volume of the gas required to cover this surface with a single layer. And V is the equilibrium volume of the gas adsorbed per unit mass of the adsorbent at pressure V at constant pressure. V is the volume of the gas adsorbed. P0, it is the saturated vapor pressure, and this constant C, it is equal to E raised to delta H1 minus delta H adsorbed divided by RT. Okay, delta HL minus delta H adsorbed. So this is the BET equation, P upon V into P0 minus V, it is equal to 1 upon Vm plus C minus 1 upon Vm into C into P upon P0. And the meaning of each and every term is given here. So what is the difference between V and Vm? V, it is the equilibrium volume of the gas adsorbed per unit mass of the adsorbent. And Vm is the volume of the gas required to cover the unit mass of the adsorbent with a single layer. To form this single layer, all the surface area is covered, and whatever that volume, that is called as a Vm, and V is the equilibrium volume of the gas adsorbed per unit mass of the adsorbent at that pressure at constant temperature. So this is the BET equation here. Now let us see the validity of this BET equation. To test the validity of the equation, we have to plot the graph. Now this BET equation in the form of y is equal to C plus mx. You can see here. This is y, P upon V into P0 minus P, y. Then C, it is 1 upon Vm into C. And m, it is the slope, C minus 1 upon Vm into C. And x is the x coordinate. Okay. So I would like to write this equation now. You can see here. So the BET equation. So P upon V into P0 minus P. It is equal to 1 upon Vm into C plus C minus 1 upon Vm into C into P upon P0. So this is the BET equation. So in this BET equation, V is the volume of the gas adsorbed per unit mass of the adsorbent. Vm is the volume of the gas required to cover the unit surface area of the adsorbent with monolayer formation. P0, it is the pressure at saturation stage. Pressure at saturation stage. Saturation stage. And P is the pressure. C is a constant. C is a constant here. It is equal to E raised to delta HL minus delta H adsorbed divided by RT. Okay, where delta H, it is the heat of adsorption of the first layer, and delta H, it is the heat of adsorption of all the layers. And this is the equation which is given in this form. This is Y. This is 1 upon Vm into C plus M into X. So this is the equation of the straight line which intercepts onto the y-axis. So to test the validity of this equation, we have to plot the graph. Graph of whom? This y coordinate, it is P upon V into P0 minus P. This should be taken onto the y-axis. And onto the x-axis, this P upon P0. It is onto the x-axis. So as this equation, it is intercept onto the y-axis, it is 1 upon Vm into C. C is the intercept. So the nature of the graph will be like this. It will be in this way. Nature of the graph will be like this. So this is the intercept onto the y-axis. And that value should be equal to 1 upon Vm into C. And slope, it is equal to C minus 1 divided by Vm into C. So this is the slope here. So in this way, we can test the validity of the BET equation. If we are getting the straight line, it means that the equation is correct. And if there is no straight line, then the equation is not correct. So in this way, we can test the validity of the BET equation. So you can see the same graph is here. Okay. So this is about the validity of the BET equation. Now let us proceed further. The topic related to the BET adsorption isotherm, that is, or the application of the BET theory Application of the BET adsorption isotherm. It is determination of surface area of the adsorbent. Determination of surface area of the adsorbent. How the surface area of the adsorbent can be determined? So that is the application of the BET theory also. Now consider the adsorption of gas such as nitrogen on the surface of the adsorbent. Generally, nitrogen gas can be used for the determination of the surface area of the adsorbent. So consider the adsorption of gas such as nitrogen on the surface of the adsorbent such as silica gel. Okay, at a temperature 77 Kelvin, very low temperature. Let A be the area occupied by each adsorbed gas. Suppose that this is the surface area of the silica gel. Surface area of the silica gel. And the nitrogen gas, it is adsorbed here. Nitrogen gas on the surface of the adsorbent. And adsorbent, it is silica gel. It is silica gel. So A be the area occupied by each adsorbed gas molecule, because it requires some area. Suppose that this is the area here, this is the area. This much area it is required for this nitrogen gaseous molecules on the surface of the adsorbent. And S be the total surface area. The total surface area, it is S here of this. The total surface area, it is S of the adsorbent. Okay. So how we can determine the surface area of the adsorbent? Because the topic is determination of surface area of the adsorbent. So consider the following type of adsorption isotherm. I think that is type second for the determination of the surface area. Type second. Okay, you can see here. This is the type second. We discussed this type second adsorption isotherm. Okay. In this adsorption isotherm, we know X upon M versus P. That is the graph. And this point B represents the formation of the unilayer on the surface of the adsorbent. So as we increase the pressure here, so at generally low pressure, there is a formation of the unilayer. So point B represents the formation of the unilayer. Means all the surface area of the adsorbent get covered by this. And later on, as we increase the pressure, the amount of the gas adsorbed is goes on increasing. And P0, it is the saturation pressure. So how we can determine the surface area of the adsorbent? So it can be determined on the basis of type second adsorption isotherm. Because in type second adsorption isotherm, first of all, there is a formation of the unilayer, then there is a formation of the multilayer. So what will be the surface area of that adsorbent? See here, the surface area of the adsorbent. So we can determine the surface area of the adsorbent from this type second adsorption isotherm. See now, if we plot the graph of this P upon V into P0 minus V against P upon P0, then the intercept will be equal to 1 upon Vm into C and slope will be equal to C minus 1 divided by Vm into C. So on the basis of this, now let us do some addition. So see here, the volume Vm, it is determined from the BET equation as follows. The BET equation for multilayer adsorption is given by the BET equation for multilayer adsorption is given by, so it is P upon that is known to us, that graph already explained by us. So slope it is equal to C minus 1 upon Vm into C. This is the slope here. Okay, and this is the intercept. So let us do the addition of these two, slope plus intercept. Because from the graph we can determine the slope, we can determine the intercept. So let us add these two things. So C minus 1 divided by Vm into C plus 1 upon Vm into C, denominator is common here. So it is C minus 1 plus 1 divided by Vm into C. So minus 1 plus 1 get cancelled. Okay, so it is C upon Vm into C, C get cancelled. C upon Vm into C. You can simplify this. Let us see here. it is equal to C minus 1 plus 1 divided by Vm into C. So it is equal to C upon Vm into C. So C get cancelled here. So it is equal to 1 upon Vm. Thus, by adding the slope and intercept, we can determine the Vm. So therefore, we can write here Vm it is equal to 1 upon slope plus intercept. 1 upon slope plus intercept. So once we determine this Vm, volume of the gas required to cover all the surface area of the adsorbent. Suppose that this is the surface area of the adsorbent. Okay, this is the surface area of the adsorbent. So volume of the gas required to cover, that is Vm, and it can be determined according to this by plotting the graph. Slope plus intercept is equal to 1 upon Vm. So we can determine Vm. Once we determine the Vm, let us see next now. So Vm it is equal to 1 upon slope plus intercept. Vm represents the volume of the gas at point B. In the graph, Vm it is equal to here up to this point B. Okay, the up to the point B, there is a formation of the unilayer. Okay, all the surface area of the adsorbent get covered. So that is corresponds to Vm in that graph. It should be reduced to STP condition, standard temperature pressure condition. That is temperature it is equal to 273.15, means 0 degree centigrade, 0.15. Pressure it is equal to 101.325 Kelvin, kilopascal. Then the number of moles of the gas adsorbed is given by number of moles. Let us find out here the number of moles of the gas adsorbed. So according to the ideal gas equation, we know that PV equal to nRT. So in this case, we can write N it is equal to, now this P it is P0, saturated pressure. V it is Vm. So we can write here P0 into Vm divided by RT. So according to this, we can determine the number of moles of the gas adsorbed. Now the number of the molecules of the gas adsorbed. We know that 1 mole of a gas contain 6.023 into 10 raised to 23 molecules. Okay. According to this equation, we can determine the N value from the Vm. Vm can be determined according to this 1 upon slope plus intercept. So we can put that value here. Temperature is known, R is a constant, P0 it is a saturated pressure. So N can be determined. What is N here? Number of moles of the gas adsorbed. Once we determine N, from that N value, number of moles, we can calculate the number of molecules of gas adsorbed. So it is equal to N into Avogadro's number, because this is Avogadro number. Number of moles, number of molecules, it is equal to N multiplied by Avogadro's number, where Na represents the Avogadro number. So number of molecules it is equal to, so this N multiplied by Avogadro number, because 1 mole of the gas it is equal to this. Okay, so suppose that we are getting 2 mole according to the volume of the gas adsorbed, 2 moles, N it is equal to 2 mole. Then 2 mole contain how many? Number of molecules, so 2 multiplied by this 6.023 into 10 raised to 23. So it means that we should have to be multiplied by Na to this, number of moles. Then we are getting the number of molecules. Now next, as A is the area occupied by each molecule. Okay, in the previous, you can see here, area occupied by each molecule. This is the A. A is the area occupied by each molecule. Okay, so let us see here. A is the area occupied by each molecule, each adsorbed molecule. Therefore, the total surface area of the adsorbent is given by. We want to determine here the total surface area of the adsorbent. We know the number of molecules adsorbed. This, okay. We know the number of molecules adsorbed, and A is the area occupied by the molecule. That for that molecule, A is the area required. Okay, so we can determine surface area. It is equal to number of molecules adsorbed. Number of molecules adsorbed multiplied by area occupied by each molecule on the surface of the adsorbent. So it is A here, number of molecules adsorbed. So number of molecules it is equal to this V0 into Vm upon RT0 into Na. So surface area, with the help of this equation we can determine the surface area. Surface area S it is equal to P0 into Vm upon RT0 square into Avogadro number into A. So in this way we can determine the surface area of the adsorbent. We can determine the surface area of the adsorbent. So to determine the surface area of the adsorbent, we should be aware about the Vm. Vm can be determined with the help of the slope and intercept. Avogadro number that is known to us. Suppose that A is the area occupied by the each molecule. Nitrogen gas is adsorbed on the surface of the adsorbent. So we know the area of the nitrogen molecule, how much area is required. That area is known here. Remaining values are known to us. So according to that, we can determine surface area. It is equal to number of molecules adsorbed multiplied by the area occupied by each molecule. So in this way, with the help of this BET adsorption isotherm, BET equation, the surface area of the adsorbent can be determined. How much surface area is there or how much surface area is available for the adsorption process, that can be determined with the help of this BET equation. And that is the application of the BET theory, determination of surface area of the adsorbent.